Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to create test automation for a project using Google AntiGravity, right? So let me start. So recently I have developed a project. So that project is all about creating a RAG chatbot, right? So this can be used by agencies, academies, or any businesses as their front-end facing chatbot in their website, right? And then it can provide the basic initial information about the businesses and the academy or an agency, right? So that is about this project. So as part of creating the test automation, I will explain the workflow one by one. Before that, I just wanted to quickly give a glimpse of Google AntiGravity. So Google AntiGravity has two modes actually, like one is planning and another one is fast. So the planning mode is basically like it is about having the human in the loop, right? Because we should not let a agent run autonomously for a project because it may do unnecessary things. And if you are developing a very serious project, I never recommend anyone to use autonomous mode, right? So the planning mode in anti-gravity is something like we can ask for the plan one by one, and then we can review the plan, and then we can let the provide the command to run if you are happy with the responses provided by the AI, right? So that is about the planning mode. And fast mode is something like it can autonomously run, it can play the role of the project manager and whatever the role if you wanted to play, it will just play the role and it will do end-to-end things. But there is a there is a serious issue with fast mode is like it may go wrong, right? If someone is able to do the prompt injection or anything, right? So that is the reason it is always better to do the code development or anything on AI with human in the loop, right? Because the AI is kind of maturing right now, and we should not let the AI agents should autonomously run for any code basis, because whatever the project we are handling, it should be definitely having the user data handling and everything, right, and business logic and all. So there is a chance that the user data will be tampered if you are using autonomous mode. So that is what I would suggest. So now we will move on to what is the workflow for creating a test automation, right? As you can see, first thing I did was I was asking about what is this project is all about, right? So I have asked the anti-gravity about what is this project does and explain in detail. We need to do this just to for the AI tools to get the context of the project, even though we know what it is, what this project do is, right? So this command let the AI go through all the code base, README files and everything, and it will give a glimpse of the summary of what is this project is all about. So this is about the context setting for any work we do, right, in AI using AI tools, right? So what it is doing is like it is investigating the project purpose and then unveiling the project structure and elaborating the project details. And then it is providing the project overview, right? You can see like, no, this is like an Academy SaaS RAG project we are doing, and it is explaining all the details, right? And then the next command, now we have set the context for the AI. So we can just go through whether if it is missing any information or not, right? And then we can proceed with the next step, right? If at all, if you wanted to edit any understanding, you can make that amendment in the next prompt. But if you are satisfied with the responses provided by the AI for the project overview, you can just proceed with creating the next command, right? So next command I'll be doing is like I'll be asking to create a test automation. What I have said was I would like to create test automation for this project. So you act as a senior test engineer and give me a plan to create test automation. So as you can see, I did not immediately go ahead and asking it to create a test automation. First, I'm asking the plan, and I'm asking it to play a role of a test engineer, right? So let me give that command. So it will go through one by one, like what it can do. So, so for any AI tool, if you are asking you to play a role of a particular responsibility, it will happily take the role as a responsibility, and it will provide it will think it as a particular role, right? In this case, we are asking AI to take the role of the senior test engineer. So let us go through the thought process, like now what it has gone through, right, one by one. So it is telling like drafting the test automation plan. I have been meticulously reviewing the RAG chatbot code base and solidifying the structure of test automation plan. And then it is creating, analyzing the test framework. And most probably it will use Playwright for doing the test automation, right? And then it is outlining the testing strategy. I have outlined a comprehensive testing strategy because it is creating testing strategy because we have asked to play the role of senior test engineer. Okay. So the basically the role of senior test engineer in any organization should be to create a test automation strategy, right? So that is what it is doing right now. And then it is creating the plan document. So let's go to the plan document. So it is giving the details. I have created a comprehensive test automation plan. Uh, Let me check the recording is going on or not. Okay, recording is going on. Sorry for that. So it is giving like it will do the unit testing, integration test, and end-to-end testing. So what AntiGravity will do is like it will create a test automation plan or implementation plan or whatever it is we are asking, right? In this case, we have asked for test automation plan. So it is created one. Let me open that test automation plan. And oh, sorry, I accidentally clicked on execute the plan. So we have, once we have reviewed that, and we can just ask it to review the implement the test automation plan. Okay, now it has started test automation plan. So since I clicked proceed, so it has started creating implementing the unit test cases, right? So anti-gravity has a facility to internally create an environment for running the command, and it will run the command, right? So first it will do the requirements requirement installation using pip install. Let me run that. So basically one problem in this plan is like first it should create a test virtual environment for Python. So I would now amend the command, right, by stopping this, and I will ask you to create a virtual environment first. Okay. You can create Python virtual VNV and run the pip install to isolate the test runs and dependency safety. Okay, so I'm asking you to create a virtual environment first, and then asking you to proceed. Then proceed with running Python commands. Okay, so I am just asking you to create a virtual environment. So let us see now. So you can see now it's focusing on isolation. Now you can see it is for its own virtual environment, it is creating that, right? I will be accepting the command by reviewing it. So it is basically installing Playwright as I mentioned. So now it has created the virtual environment and it is running the Playwright installation dependency or a package. Now it is creating in this in this project, it is creating a test directory, and I'm accepting that so that it will create the required files for running the commands. So as you can see, like how it is becoming easy for creating test automation in a project, right? So basically, like I am basically a like no end-to-end architect and a hardcore backend developer. And I have recently, for the before 1 year, I started learning about UI as well. But still, there is a huge gap in learning test automation. That is where Playwright as a like no lifesaver came. And nowadays, every project I create, I use AI to create test automation using Playwright tool, right? So you can see it is created virtual environment, and then it has created all the test files, and it is creating test scenarios for one by one, right? And in the meantime, we will review the test plan, whatever it has created. So the test plan it has given was uh, this document outlines the robust test automation strategy for an Academy SaaS application. The goal is to ensure reliability of core features. The component one is test runner, component two is mocking test cases, and then unit test, end-to-end UI test cases, and then overall coverage, right? It is created a different set of documents. Okay. So let's see like what is the strategy breakdown. Level 1 is unit testing, and then level 2 is integration testing, and level 3 is end-to-end testing. And it has created a proposed folder structure for running the test automation, right? And then it is providing the next steps. So that is what we have done by executing the proceed command whenever it has created the implementation plan. So now I will be running this test automation, whatever it has created for unit testing. So it is running the unit test. So you can see like it has it was running DB creation and 1 minute. Okay. So you can see like in unit test cases it has created okay, it's continuously running end-to-end testing and other things. So it has created test cases, and all the 8 test cases has been passed in unit testing, and then it is running integration testing. Then let's see like what is happening with integration testing. Okay. So there is a dependency issue it has found whenever it is running the integration testing. So it is automatically fixing the dependency issue and then running the integration testing, and it is waiting for us to invoke the command, right? Now I have executed the command for integration testing. So integration testing, what it is doing was it is checking the RAG workflow, right? And then it is proceeding with the next end-to-end testing with all the UI and backend, right? And this project is a Streamlit prototype. As a next step, what I will be doing is I will be converting it as an actual web application, and I'll be using this endpoint for backend, and I'll be integrating with the UI. So now it is creating end-to-end testing cases, and then it is running it, right? So that we can see. And again, it will ask for us to execute the command. Okay, I will just review what it was trying to do. Okay, and then I'll be proceeding with the user input. So now I will execute, I will make the AI bot running the end-to-end test cases as well by running the accept command. Okay. So now it is running the end-to-end test cases. So this is how we can create test automation for any kind of projects. So since this is a first level of MVP for this project, I usually do the test-driven development for all my products, right? So that whenever there is a new feature being added, immediately we can write the test cases for testing the feature before pushing it to the actual environment, right? So that we will be reducing the probability of failures and bugs in the real environment. So this is one of the major test process any project or product development team should follow. Okay. So now it has created all the unit testing, integration testing, and end-to-end testing for this particular product. And then it has created a walkthrough document. So basically in AntiGravity, it will do the planning document and then implementation plan document, and then the final walkthrough document it will provide, okay, in the planning mode. So, okay, so this is what happened with this automation. Let's see like what it is explaining. Okay, I have successfully set up comprehensive test suite for your RAG chatbot. So all the 8 test cases of unit testing is passed, and all the integration test has been passed, and the end-to-end test 3 it has been created, and all the 3 has been passed. Okay, so hope this is helpful, I believe, because whenever you are creating any or developing any project, you can use AI tools extensively to act as a test engineer to implement test automation for your project, so that you will reduce the probability of failures in the real environment, right? Okay, so yeah, that's it. And you can see the modified files here, and I'll be pushing it to the repository, right? And anti-gravity, we can also generate automatic commit messages. I'll be clicking on the automatic commit message, okay? So that we don't have to type it anything on the commit message window. It will automatically populate based on the files it has been changing, right? Now it has added. I don't want to commit this DS store file, so I will remove that file. Apart from that, I will push all other files in the repository, right? So yeah, that's it for the test automation demo in anti-gravity. Hope this is useful. If you have any queries on executing the test automation in any other tool, you can let me know by dropping a command or reaching out to me via LinkedIn. So yeah, thank you guys. That's it. See you then. Bye-bye.